Previously on Survivor UConn.
Raph won the Touchy Subjects Immunity Challenge, making the Sapalas vulnerable for elimination. After Earl was blindsided, Alex and Mark needed to make sure that they would be able to stay alive in the game going forward.
Raph was like, Erica's a bigger threat for the next challenge. We got to get Erica. Like, Catherine's also on the table. But
yeah, I talked to her, and like he's afraid that we're gonna, like, if we vote out Catherine, that you, me, and Erica are gonna try to make him go to Rocks.
Betrayed during the last vote, CJ felt Lindsay and Raph's priorities laid with each other, not with himself.
I mean, I love Lindsay. I mean, she's a great girl, but at the end of the day, she's not taking me to the end if we're there. If me, Raph, and Lindsay are sitting there, they're going to take each other, in my opinion. I don't think Raph's going to take me. I mean, obviously that just proved true with the Earl vote.
Going with Raph's plan, Erica was unanimously voted out of the game.
And 10th person voted out, and the third member of the jury, Erica. Sorry to say, that's enough for tonight. Please bring me A-Man down. The tribe has spoken. Yep. I'll catch you up there in a sec.
With one episode left before the finale, it's anyone's game to win now. Six are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Yeah, the Eric vote was pretty much unanimous. I didn't expect much different, to be honest. I mean, I think we were all like on the same page. Like, as soon as Erica like didn't win the immunity, like we were all just kind of on the same page, and that's why we were all just kind of like goofing around during that challenge.
We do, Erica's vote, we are all on the same page, so there was nothing to talk about much in that vote. Yeah, I'm glad that went according to plan.
The way Raph basically brought up to me was like, he wants a final five of me, him, Alex, CJ, and Lindsay. He said, hey, from there on, whatever happens, happens, but that's what he wants for final five. And I was like, yeah, I like that. And so, as long as Catherine doesn't win immunity, we're just going to vote Catherine out. That's the game plan, so.
Alright, final six. Welcome to your next immunity challenge. Raph, if I could have immunity back. Sorry. But
There you go.
you can have him. Alright. Immunity back up for grabs. For tonight's challenge, we have a fun one. We have a little bit of endurance. So, how this is gonna work? Pretty straightforward. Got a lot of poles around here. We got 6 of them. Each of them's got a little ledge here. You're gonna be on the ledge. It's kind of hard. I'm gonna randomize. I'm gonna randomize who gets what pole, just so there's not like, oh, this pole sucks. I think they're all the same. I've tried them all, so I'll just make sure. All right, everyone, get near your poles. Get near your poles. All right, I'm gonna count down from 15. Once I hit 0, if you're not on your pole, you're out. All right. All right, so we got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge has started. All right. CJ falls. CJ out immediately. This may be a quicker challenge than we thought. It's gonna be pretty tight. Mark's struggling a lot. Raph seems pretty steady. Catherine's got her shit together. Lindsay's found a position. She's got 1 foot. Lindsay's got 1 foot on the upper part, 1 foot on the middle part, so it's quite the angle. Mark having a lot of trouble.
No, that's the complete wrong shoes. He said athletic shoes.
I said sneakers.
Yeah, not slip-ons. Get out of here.
How we doing, Mark?
What are you talking about?
We hopping around.
Fuck you.
Mark loses it. He's talking to me. Mark out of this challenge. Not much of endurance for Mark.
I got time till my boss. So it's
Raph,
fine.
very safe. You got time for your boss? What time is your boss coming?
9:10.
How long is till then?
I don't know, an hour or something? It's fine.
Hour? You got an hour in you?
I got an hour.
All right.
Fuck.
Catherine loses it. Catherine out of this challenge just as I was coming to support her.
I literally had 1 fucking second to do because you cleaned off this step for me, not this one. And so
I cleaned off both. That one was dry.
No.
Yeah, Raph, Lindsay, and Alex in this one. Alex, how's it going? You got a little fetal position going.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Alex.
I'm doing okay.
Is this feeling okay?
Yeah. It's like Big Brother. You just gotta squat.
Just gotta squat.
Yeah, until you fall.
You seem to have something successful. When I tested this out in September, a lot easier when it's
Do you
dry.
remember?
I do remember September. Thank you, Alex. Lindsay having some struggles. Lindsay had it before. Lindsay back at it. Lindsay off. Lindsay loses it.
We're down to 2.
We're down to 2. It didn't take long.
If I drop... Come on, Alex, make this an hour.
So, Raph, your first one's in an hour, so you should get the head start and go to the second one. But just wait there for 2 hours. And like in the
2 hours? No, my boss is at 9:10. So if you can be like 9.
Raph, come on.
It's been 5 minutes, guys. You got a long way till an hour.
What time? I'm staying.
Raph, you think it's an important week to get immunity?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like more than usual?
Yeah.
Why is that?
We need this, right? We need this. Yeah. We need this.
I'm so annoyed. I tried to adjust, and those are good shoes though. The bottoms are flat.
Alex is tiny, that's why he's elastic.
I know.
Same as me. You're looking at me, Alex!
You're looking at me!
I haven't even like dropped.
Raph, can you do dab?
My right foot slipped.
Raph, we're gonna vote you out, so you should drop and come over here so you can stop them from doing that.
I wish.
All right, we're 10 minutes into this challenge. 10 minutes.
It's only been 10?
Yeah.
I thought it was less than that, honestly.
That is the 10-minute mark.
I could rest.
Raph just resting precariously. Lindsay tried that technique, it didn't go so well. He goes back up. Oh, Alex loses it. Raph wins individual immunity.
You can get down now.
Raph, you can get down. All right.
What happened, Alex? Can't give me an idle clue.
All right. Tough challenge. It was pretty quick. You guys suck. No, I'm just kidding. You guys did not have grips on your shoes. This was a tough challenge.
Get
Alex,
up there right now.
Alex, you had a good effort in, but Raph, congratulations.
You gotta.
Individual
There we
immunity.
go. Yes.
Once more for Raph. A guaranteed spot in the final 5. Everyone else, it's going to be the end for one of you this round. I'll see you guys after break. Cool.
So, Raph needs to stop winning, or else I won't be able to vote him out eventually. But at the same time, I'm happy he won because hopefully that will strengthen the case for example, CJ to stick with me and be like, hey, we can't beat Raph. Let's vote out Raph. We can't beat Lindsay. Let's vote out Lindsay. Because that would be super ideal.
Yeah, the poll challenge I was a full op at. I literally just like fell in like 2 seconds. I just like looked back and boom, I'm gone. So I mean that's gonna be on the blooper reel for sure. But Raph winning was fine. He didn't really need it. I mean he wasn't about to get voted out. So I mean as long as it wasn't Alex, then like that's fine by me.
Every round is like, immunity. It's good to have it. I'm glad I have it. I know I'm safe. Do I need it? Not so much, because the plan is to take the 5 that I said before. And I'm hoping we're gonna get there if we get Catherine out this round.
Catherine's a little concerned and kind of wants to get rid of Mark. So the deal with Catherine is that we trust her like 99%. She likes to like do things. And so the concern with her flipping is very minimal, but still possible. So I am attempting to make a final 2 deal with her, which is not a real final 2 deal. It was like the first blatant lie I've told, really. Like I've schemed, but I've never like straight up lied, and I kind of feel bad. Cause like, she's like loud and all that, but like, we were just at dinner, we had just like a real, like we talked game and then it was just a real conversation. So, like I kind of presented it to her as, I like Raph and CJ, but I think that one of them needs to go before Final 4 because they're gonna stick together. And she seemed to agree with that, but she's like, yes, we need to pick off the minority and then we get rid of one of them. But I don't want to get rid of one of them. I think it needs to be Ben Mark next, and then Catherine, and then Alex. So the 3 of us would go to the end.
So, I've been talking to Raph for quite a while now, and he's pretty dead set on Catherine going home. Now, Raph has been dead set on Catherine going home at least 2 other times thus far, so he's probably telling the truth, because he wouldn't just use the same bluff 3 times in a row. But actually, like, I think that Raph is gonna vote for Catherine, because he knows that, like, Catherine guaranteed anyone that's in the final 3 with her, they're taking her if they win immunity. And, like, he's the person that most doesn't want there to be a GOAT in the final 3, because he probably beats everyone else in the final 2. So, like, it'd be really bad for him because he'd have to win immunity. I mean, he still has to win immunity, but at least in his mind, that's probably what he's thinking.
So, guess who I just saw right there?
Erica.
Oh, yeah. Like, why am I seeing everyone? And then, right before this, went to Northwest. Guess who I saw?
Zoob Daddy.
Yes, but there's one before that.
Doug?
Nope. The one that I'm scared to like
Megan?
see. So what happened was, she was sitting by herself, headphones on, and she's doing her work. I'm like, oh, I know she's a very busy person. That's fine.
Yeah,
So-
very busy person.
Very busy person. Open my laptop because I want to edit my film. And then I was just sitting there and I caught her like get in. I saw her, I was like, oh my god, that's her. Scared.
Did you run over and like say hi to her?
I didn't.
Oh.
'Cause I'm a scared cat. What happened was, I was waiting for my roommate. Someone tapped me from behind and it was like Zubin. I was like, oh. Great, it's not my roommate. Okay then. So I was just like, okay, Zubin, you can sit here, but like I'm editing my film. Like, what happened was, I was like to him, is that Megan there? Just to confirm.
Yeah.
He stood up his chair, looked at her, and said, Megan, and screamed, Megan. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
That's classic Zubin right there.
I was like, I didn't want to say hi to Megan. So Megan just waved at him and then saw me and just waved. I was like, oh my god, that was kind of embarrassing. So yeah.
At least she noticed you, right? Or did she even look up?
I have no idea. I was focused with my film. But yeah, that's my day and a class that I finished early. So how's yours?
Oh, you know. Still living.
Anyways, what do you think of the challenge?
The challenge?
I'm sorry, man.
Why couldn't you just give it to me?
I wanted the challenge to last at least like an hour or something. I was like, I'm only gonna.
My feet just slipped off. I couldn't do anything.
I said I'm only gonna step down if it's around 8:50 because my boss. But no,
I should have pushed back the challenge so that way I won.
Should have.
I mean, like, no one's targeting either of us. But obviously not you right now because you're immune.
No.
But it was always gonna be either like Mark or Catherine.
Yeah.
I think the only one that really wants Mark to go home, I mean, obviously Catherine, but like maybe CJ because he doesn't want Catherine to go.
I haven't really talked to anyone, but I think they're gonna start messaging soon.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried, well, because I mean me too, but like still.
Like the only thing would be if Lindsay wanted someone else gone, and then, but
she wants Cat gone.
Yeah.
There's the group chat with Raph, CJ, and I. There's the group chat with Raph, CJ, Catherine, and I. And then Catherine texts me separately all the time, like checking with me, making sure like I think we're good. So I know that I don't think she would flip to get rid of me, which at first I thought she would. I thought she would want to take a shot at me to like make her power move. But I don't really think she has the numbers to do it. Or she doesn't think she has the numbers to do it.
Well, like, I talked to Raph, and he's like, I don't want you guys to go to Rocks. I'm like, alright, I wasn't gonna go to Rocks for, like, Erica, but whatever. Like, he was just afraid that, like, it would be a 3v3 situation. That's why, no, like when it was between Catherine and Erica for the last one, that's what he told me.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't care about Erica enough to, like, push it to get Catherine out, even though I want Catherine gone.
The thing is, if
I
I make it to the final three, it's me, CJ, and someone else.
Yeah.
If the other person wins, they're gonna take CJ before me.
Well, I mean, that's
no one's gonna choose to take me.
See, that was the Catherine conundrum. I think Raph could probably choose you.
Yeah.
Because he would just be like, Lindsay didn't do anything that I didn't do. And then everyone would be like...
But the thing is, I don't know. A lot of the things that Raph did, I did.
But the problem is that, like he just full-on took credit for the Earl vote. Did you notice that? Like, he would keep telling me that he was the one that did it. And I'm like, I sat next to you. And we were doing it together.
The CJ idol play?
Yeah.
That was my plan.
He tells everyone that it's his plan.
It was my plan.
First he told me that he didn't even know that CJ had an idol, and then he told me that he's the one that gave him the idol.
It was my plan. I knew Raph had a clue, and I said, if we find it and give it to CJ, then we keep it. And he was like, well, that's a good idea. It was my plan.
Okay, so I talked to CJ right before break, and he's pretty dead set. Like, not dead set. He wants Catherine to stay, obviously, because him and Catherine have been in an alliance since day one. Catherine can deny it as much as she wants, but she's been in an alliance with him and Zubin, but Zubin got voted out. Poor Zubin. And I know that he wants Catherine.
Now we have to like figure out what we're gonna do for this vote.
I know. I think they're trying to get Catherine out. I think.
Yeah. So like, I don't think it's possible not to keep Catherine.
Yeah.
Because Mark obviously
Mark
has
probably
to vote
wants.
for her.
Yeah.
I mean, who else is he gonna vote for?
Yeah.
I was pretty like torn for like the whole day because I wanted to keep Catherine around because like she trusts me and like I don't know, she hasn't like done anything like really against me to not prove her loyalty to me, so like I trusted her. And I was trying to buy her I was trying to give like some reasons to keep her and stuff.
Even worst case scenario, Mark goes home and then I just work with Catherine and CJ instead of Mark and CJ. So I don't really have too much to worry about from what I'm hearing from him.
So Mark, how you doing?
I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You good? Then have you even like really done much?
I didn't talk to anyone the entire break.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I don't think anyone talked because I talked to Raph yesterday and he's just like, yeah, we didn't say anything. The only one that talked to anyone was Catherine.
Yeah, I can see that.
But she just like messaged their group chat. And was like, so who are we voting out? And then no one responded.
No one responded.
So nobody has reached out to me. So I think it was implied that it was going to be Mark, because CJ has made it abundantly clear how much he freaking hates Mark. And they could be secretly like dating, I don't know. But just using logic and the way that everybody's been acting, and the fact that it's this late in the game that people can't really change how they're acting, and I don't think everybody's gonna last minute like reveal like their secret alliances, because if they do that, then there's still just enough time in the game for their plans to get fricked over. But I think it's gonna be Mark.
And then I think eventually Raph voted, not voted, but told her either Mark or Alex was like the obvious thing to tell her.
Yeah.
But
like that's not. We both know that's not gonna happen.
If it does, I'm shook.
Yeah, I'll be shook, but
Raph does not want her to stay.
Yeah, and I talked to CJ today. Actually, we just got lunch.
Oh, that's good.
And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he was like, "Yeah, you guys are fine." He's like, "We're voting out Catherine, 100%." But actually, it was more interesting than that, because then we started talking about like, okay, like Final Five, what's going on, sort of deal.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want to take you to Final Two. I want to take Alex to Final Three. I was like,
he said the same thing to me, except you'd be Final Three and then I'm
Okay,
Final
yeah,
So he's just trying to game us.
I met with CJ for lunch today. We talked for a little bit about Survivor. We mostly just like ate lunch and just like chilled. But we talked about Survivor for a few minutes, and we basically just like, hey, like, vote out Catherine, obviously. And then he tried to tell me he's gonna take me to Final Two. And then I talked to Alex later for like 5 minutes, and you guys will see the video for that. But he was like, yeah, he told me the same thing. So like, I don't really trust CJ, but I think it's in his best interest right now to side with me and Alex, because like, I don't think he can beat Lindsay or Raph in a Final Two vote. So I just tried to convince him like, hey, it's in your best interest to stay with us anyways, and then at the end of the day, it's probably Alex and I. Hopefully, we'll just stay together and vote him out in the Final Three if we can get there. Like, Final Four would be me, CJ, Alex, and either Raph or Lindsay. And then, depending if CJ wins immunity or if the other person wins immunity, just vote the other one out. But basically, try to keep me, Alex, and CJ for Final Three if I can. That's kind of my game plan going forward.
Alright, we're gonna get started.
Are we all in the shot, Ryan?
Alright, so here we are, Final Six Tribal. Raph has immunity that I forgot to bring. And what about my stance?
You just have a stance when you're about to ask questions. You're like, it's like you pop out your chest and text your test.
I love all of you. My favorite part of this entire season has been shitting on me.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Actually, actually shits on me.
Well, we all love you for doing this, Ryan. It's okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start with Mark. So Mark, last few tribals. I mean, you voted correctly last time, but if we're just looking at it straight up, it's been 2 Sapalas and what one would argue is one of your better friends in Eric. So does that make you worried for this tribal? Even though you vote.
I really do, yeah.
You think you're going home, Mark?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I'm very worried about it.
You're very worried. Think straight up, or you think there's a chance?
I think it'll be split like 1-4, 1-5. Yeah, 1-5.
Zero ones?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just clear that up.
Yeah.
All right. That was a good start. All right, Raph, you've won 2 immunities in a row now, even though it's not here. It's here in spirit. So, does that worry you? That makes you look like a challenge threat at all, or are you just like rolling with it?
Well, yeah.
Or are you just happy?
I'm just happy. Just hanging out with these people, like, come on, it's awesome. Game-wise, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, just it's fun. Like I told Alex once, I was like, come on, you could have lasted longer than that post. But like,
Look, I tried. I would have stayed up longer if I could.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I was gonna drop if it was like 8:50 before my boss. No, everyone dropped before that, so I was just lucky, I'd say.
Catherine, I don't think we touched on this.
What do you want?
It's very aggressive. You can go, yeah.
You can go.
Catherine, so during majority rules, you were selected. You had a fair few questions. I don't know how much we talked about this last week. I don't remember particularly. But anyways, you were voted most likely to be voted out next, and you didn't get voted out.
Yeah.
Do you think that question mattered at all?
I mean, I voted for myself.
You did vote for yourself for that.
Yeah.
Why did you vote for yourself?
Because I can't get blindsided if I think the worst.
Good point. Very positive. Very positive. Alan. Just taking the L's as they go. Alright. Lindsay, so we're pretty deep into the game at this point. So you've been with Catherine and Raph the whole game. You guys are the only... No, CJ was on Togo.
With Mark.
Yeah. So you're the only 3 that have been together the whole game. Do you think those types of connections are really important now at this point in the game, or do you think that things are changing and really wild once we got to this point, final 6, a lot of things happening?
No, it matters because it's like those are the people that you've seen play. Like, we don't know what's happening at tribals we're not at, but I've been at tribals with Raph and Catherine every single time, so I know, for the most part, even just what their answers are to questions can make a difference. So like, it gives you a solid idea of whether or not they're trustworthy.
CJ, what's the most important part of these votes right now as we're coming towards the end? Is it challenge threats? Is it social threats? Is it still just trust? I know trust has been a big factor through the game. Who are the people that are going to work with you? Who are the people that are going to stick with you? But is it more like taking risks at this point, trying to vote out threats, or what's the big idea?
Well, I think it's like combo both, because you could be like a threat socially, definitely, and you could be like a competition threat. But like I think all 3 of those just kind of combined into like at least all the decisions that I make. So I just think it's a combo of both.
Alex, similar question for you. What are like the factors going into your votes that are going to get you to the final tribal council?
Can you repeat the question?
Alex, similar question to you. What are the factors going into your votes that are going to get you the final tribal council, besides just voting people and getting them out?
Okay, so.
All right, no.
I don't even know like how to answer that question, but I guess the factors. Okay, because it was worded strangely.
Okay.
But anyways, the factors that are going to get me to the end of the game by voting people out are when I see someone that is a threat to my game, I vote them out. And as long as I have the numbers to vote them out, I'm going to vote them out. Like, I'm not going to push for someone that I want to get out if I know no one's going to like vote for them. I guess that's it. Like, you just have to like have an ebb and flow. So like when you're going to...
I had a great question for Alex. I'm disappointed because I forgot it. And I knew he was going to give me that because my
That was a
question
good
sucked.
answer, Ryan.
It was a great answer. I love it. All right, you're good. Hey, anyways, with that, I think it's time to vote. Mark, you can go first.
yeah, game's been fun. I had fun. I like most of the people here. You know, it was a good time. I like everybody pretty much. And yeah, just want to shout out Brandon, shout out Ethan, shout out Fish, shout out John. I had a great time. I started writing my name. I need a new one. God, her name is long. I almost didn't. It like started big and then it got smaller. Red ass please. But yeah, thank you guys. It was fun to be here. I had a Grot Tim.
Thank you very much. God, I have a fucking attractive profile thing. Goddamn. I hope it goes this way. I hope it goes this way.
I'll go tally the votes.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright. If anyone hasn't been immunity yet and would like to play it, now would be the
Pish.
time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote, Catherine. I'll vote Catherine. Second vote, Mark. One vote Catherine, one vote Mark.
No, only I can.
Mark can make the deal.
Strip vote? Third vote, Catherine. Two votes Catherine, one vote Mark. Fourth vote, Catherine. Two votes Catherine, one vote Mark. 11 person voted out, and fourth member of jury, Catherine. Sorry to say, that's enough for tonight.
You just got me on the phone.
A little bit.
You had you didn't wear it.
I forgot I was going to ask for votes. Did I make
Sorry, Catherine, but tribe spoken. Alright, Mark lives to see another day, whether he knew it or not. Alright, 3 casts into Sapala. We're coming to the end here. It's going to be a close race to the finish. We'll see you guys next challenge tonight.
I'm not surprised. Even though just got back from break, it was still a little bit of an especially quiet week. And I was hoping somebody would take me to the end as a goat, but not sure if that would have kept me because I can't win against any of them. But you know what? Good game. I had a good time. I'm about to go get some mad dick.
You win in the end.
What?
And then you win in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next time on Survivor UConn, the final 5 have been decided. Alex, CJ, Lindsay, Mark, and Raph. Who will take home the title as UConn's first sole survivor? Find out in the Survivor UConn finale